Hello, I'm Janus Jaguar, and in this video, we're just gonna chill and relax. We're going to read probably a rather controversial post from our favorite subreddit. Am I the hole that's inside a barrel? Also known as the bung. This guy next to me, this is my Mancoon. His name is Z. Say hello, Z. Obviously, he's not really sleeping. He's just pretending. So, let's get on into this and let's take this seriously and let's think this one through. Am I the bung for breaking up with my female to male boyfriend because I'm not gay? I, male 20, and my boyfriend, female to male 21, have been together for almost 2 years. Recently, he came out as trans female to male to me and his closest friends. Since he is still only studying and his parents aren't supportive, but I already have a job, I've offered to pay for his treatment. Some weeks ago, we've talked and I've told him that since I'm not into men, maybe we should break up. I offer to keep paying for his testosterone until he can pay for it himself, but he got angry and called me a transphobe. Am I really a transphobe? I tried my best to be gentle and told him we didn't need to break up immediately if he didn't want to, but that we should probably slowly stop dating. Also, sorry if some of these sentences don't make sense. English isn't my first language. First and foremost, I'm from Philadelphia. You speak better than me. But I also say water. Speaking of water, let's get some water. For those ASMR people out there, I'm gonna have to go with no. You are not a transphobe. Because you obviously are using the correct everything. You are respecting him and their decision. You are respecting who they say they are, which you even say in your title. Your boyfriend. They are technically your boyfriend, and while you are clearly attracted to him because they've only just started their transition into their next step, you agree that since they are now a man and you are a man, this would be a same gender relationship, which means yeah, it's a gay relationship and you're not gay. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? Now, now that we got that out of the way, this is obviously not perfect. This is beautiful though. This really is beautiful. What stands out to me is the part about slowly breaking up. Um, he is clearly in support of him. He is in support of their transition. They're there for. Now, the question really comes down is I don't want to say transition, but I can't think of a better word, actually. Um, how does one transition like this from romantic to a platonic? We'll need to really percolate. I think that's one of the questions we should probably percolate with this specific inquiry into the universe. Because these are the questions that we're going to have more and more coming about. Because we as a species are becoming more accepting of the spectrum of our psychology, and this is how it actually goes. When you have the options out there, you're going to go for what you need. Alright, that's all we have in this video. Yeah, let's just, maybe we should percolate on a few questions here. You know, first we have, obviously, he was upset. That's probably why he did go to the point of saying transphobe. Um, obviously we shouldn't inappropriately use words, especially words with such hate in their meaning. The other question we should probably percolate is the idea of ourselves. Like, clearly, today, us humans, we In 2024, we seem to have, oh, right. So about that psychology lesson, there was an American psychologist named Abraham Maslow that in the 1940s wrote what we are called today the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is the frequent pyramid diagram you see in psychology books. As you can see in the image here, we have the physical safety, love, belonging, esteem, self-actualization, and self-transcendence. Now, many of you who've actually seen this before probably are not familiar with the self-transcendence part. See, the thing is that Maslow lived a long time, and, that's the thing. When you live a long time, you're able to add things to your theories, to your ideas. You're able to build up. And in this hierarchy of needs, we have the very basic to the very niche type of needs. So what that means is for us humans, because the way that we are structured, how complex our brains are, for example, like how abstract our brains are attuned. Not only do we need physiological needs like food and water and a good place to sleep, because you do need 8 hours. I mean, you're not exactly 8 hours. 7.5 is fine. Some people can get away with 7. It's dependent. Some people need more. After that, you need safety, which kind of goes into the previous one, because the security of food, water, and rest. This is kind of like people are anxious today because of safety. And I don't mean safety just from crime. I mean other things like food, water, rest. Now keep in mind, we need to fulfill these needs at all times. Now obviously, there's an ebb and flow to this. We'll need more physiological needs than we do safety needs sometimes. Some people will need more love and belonging desires. Some people will need more desires for intimate relationships or friendships, whereas some people don't want that. Some people will actually have a greater focus on esteem, a feeling of accomplishment. But even when we go up in these needs, now obviously if we are deficient in these needs, there is going to be problems within ourselves, not just on a physical level, but a behavioral level, because, for example, if you are deficient in security, you're going to feel anxious, right? Like, that makes sense to you, doesn't it? I need some more of that Java. As we get higher from self-actualization, which is about achieving one's full potential, and then eventually we get to transitions, which is our sense of meaning. Now, this is just a very basic idea. We can talk about it deeper this if you're actually into that. I do have a degree in psychology, so I feel like I could talk somewhat about that in authority. I've actually have read Maslow's books. They're actually pretty decent books, especially for their time. Like, they're very well written and nice little good flow. And it's just talking about somebody who hates reading, and I can't even read narratives. Anyway, these are things we should probably percolate and really think about, because at the end of the day, in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at each individual point here relies on each other. There's an interconnectedness, as there is a hierarchy also. Speaking of which, Z is down here now, and he is fulfilling my needs of feelings of accomplishment, in all honesty, and some love and belonging, and maybe a little bit of safety with those darn Mises. Though I give him a lot of physiological needs. He's a buddy. Yes, it's buddy. Anyway, I'm Janus Jaguar, and this is Z, and I'll see you next time. Hey, if you have any topics you want to chat about, feel free to let me know, and we can get the Java going, and we can percolate.